was really proud of how we played against the Rams. I told you guys what a challenge it was going to be for us defensively, and with the way the quarterback was playing and the that play caller, it's a tough challenge every time you go against them. And I was the 2 stops there at the end of the game to give us a chance really is a testament to the leadership in the locker room. Those guys they go out and fight, and it makes you, like I said, it just makes you proud, and it makes you happy for them when you see them play with that effort.
When you look at Dex's season and getting into the Pro Bowl yesterday, what's your assessment?
I think it's great. I think it's great that that he made the Pro Bowl, and there's some others that were in it early. With the voting and all. I don't know how all that works, but I always tell the players this: it's hard as heck to get in your first Pro Bowl, and then after that it becomes easier. And and you look at it, where we want to be is look at the top seed in the NFC and the top seed in the AFC and the top 2 seeds actually, and they have a lot of Pro Bowlers, and that's because they're winning. That's the hardest thing to do is make the Pro Bowl your first time when you don't have a winning record.
A lot of times guys get the big contract and maybe the production isn't the same or whatever. What does it say that he's kind of kept that going?
I mean, I think Dex has stayed Dex since I've been here. He's a really good player. Before we got here, and then he had a great year last year, and he hasn't changed his work ethic. He hasn't changed anything about him. I think sometimes he might put too much pressure on himself, but that's what all the great ones do. So, like I said, I'm really happy for Dex.
That position does not lend itself to big stats often.
No.
So how do you judge and measure
I think
a guy like that and at that position?
I think when you say that any good defense, especially this system, where you can be most effective is when you have a centerpiece of the defense, and he's definitely been the centerpiece of the defense for us. And we just got to keep building this thing around him, and you'll see. The sacks are a bonus out of the nose. You know what I mean? The sacks are a bonus, and he has a way to get in the quarterback too, and I think that's what makes him so unique. I think when he wants to be, he can be an unblockable player, let's enjoy watching him play this last time here against Philly.
Wink, obviously, this is the last time we're going to speak to you this season. A lot was made earlier in the year about your relationship with Brian. How do you look at your future?
I mean, I think the future's bright. If you ask me how I look at my future, I think that these are things that you talk about after the season's over with, because he wants to beat Philly, and I want to beat Philly, and I just think that those answers will come later on in the week. As far as which way we go. I know we got the greatest fans in this league, and I know we got the greatest ownership in this league. And you want to have a winner. You deserve to have a winner. And so whenever you're not winning, how this league works is inevitably you're going to have tough conversations. And how that works out is how that's going to work out.
If you are back, does anything need to change with you and Dave's relationship?
No, I think that it's all football related. So I think that. Like I said, we'll have those conversations.
Do you believe you guys can still have a healthy working relationship moving forward?
Sure, always can.
Do you expect to be back?
Do I expect to be back?
Yeah.
I don't know why, Pat. I wouldn't. But like I said, you have those conversations, and it's at the end of after this last game, and you sit back and you can reflect, and you take the emotion out of it. The emotion, the grind, the stress of preparing every week, and you sit back and you talk things out. Say, here's where we're at. So, I think that's natural on every team.
You said you wanted to be a head coach. Is that still in the cards?
Oh, of course. I want to be a head coach.
Are there any Or, has anybody asked about you?
I have no idea about that. Like I said, right now in the season, usually, like especially this year, they've moved it back when they can do interviews, so it's way early in the process.
How would you describe the performance of your defense this season? Like, how happy were you with the way this season went defensively, at least?
The things to be happy about for me was the effort that we gave, every week. There's a lot of things to fix, obviously, but the takeaways, the different situations that we were put in, and how they handled it and the response of that, and we'll just take a good long look. We got to get better against the run. When we were at Baltimore, we were number one against the run, so you have to go back and have some hard conversations that way. And like I said, it alludes to, or whatever the right word is to use there, that, that's an after the season, a postseason conversation that you got to have.
How much do you think this unit could benefit, at least especially the core, from another year together? I know, there's obviously a benefit for each, group to be together, right?
Sure,
the
sure.
familiarity and stuff you saw as we go along.
Sure.
So how much do you think that would benefit this group to have another year to sort of build on what you had the first year?
Yeah, I think that there's big benefits to that, and you're always looking to get better, as far as where you want to go with players and whatever else you need to get better at.
So are you going to be looking for any clarity in these conversations next week, or what are you going into?
I think that's just the natural process of it. Yeah, I think it's a natural process of it.
Wink, you mentioned players. And,
Thank God, because I'm freezing.
You guys, you were pretty honest about what you expected from Tay Banks this year, and it seems like he was as advertised with what you expected. When you see in totality his rookie year, how do you assess and evaluate?
I think that he did a lot of good things. I think that you still have to fight through. I'm saying Tay, myself, Rome, who's done a great job with him. Just the new things that he sees that's different at this league compared to college, and he's been growing through those. And the biggest jump is always from the first year to the second year. So I'm expecting big things from Tay.
Can I add a real quick one? Just on Trey, since we're talking about rookies. What do you see from him? And obviously he played a lot at the beginning of the year.
I think that Trey is working hard every day, and there's just the guys in front of him that were playing better. I think this season has wore on him like it has a lot of rookies, but we're expecting big things from him.